Four of the 16 teams that started out just over a week ago here in London for World Cup glory have gone home. Another one will join them tonight as Belgium take on Spain in the first of the knockout matches in this year's tournament. Belgium, the Red Panthers, coming into this one having scored their most ever goals in a World Cup match, 6 against Japan in what essentially was a knockout match in itself. Spain, well, against South Africa in their second pool match, recorded their biggest ever World Cup win. 7-1 they beat South Africa, eclipsing the 5-0 win over Nigeria in 1976. Well, here come the two sides. Spain in the white, Belgium in the red. It is the Red Panthers of Belgium up against the Red Sticks of Spain. And both teams make their way out onto the park. We'll have the national anthems of both countries, and then we'll bring you the team news ahead of this very first knockout match of the 2018 Vitality Hockey Women's World Cup. Okay, let's have those national anthems, starting with Belgium. So this is the 5th World Cup meeting between these two nations, but the first since 1981. The previous encounters have been very close. The first two were 0-0 draws. Belgium then won the next two in 78 and 81 by a 1-0. De Hooge starts in goal for the Red Panthers, a back three of Pouvre, Van den Bora and Hilvaert. In the midfield is Limoges, Van der Meren, Struik and Nelen. And up front, Haas, Sabel and Bone. On the bench, they have Sotke, the keeper, who will come on should it make it to a shootout later on. She is the preferred shootout keeper. As for Spain, Ruiz starts in goal. Backline of Gutierrez, Lopez, Riera and Ginet. Guinea, Perez and Olivar in the midfield. And Pechime, Cano and Garcia up front. Salvatea, Bonastra, Garcia, there's plenty of experience on the bench for Spain. These two met here in London on this pitch in the 2015 European Championships. 0-0 draw on that occasion. They played each other in the Hockey World League semi-final in Brussels last year in the 7th-8th playoff match. That one finished 1-1. It would be no surprise if this one went to a shootout. Belgium ranked 13 in the world, Spain ranked 11th, and these two are battling it out for a place against Germany in the quarter-finals. So, who will join China, the USA, South Africa and Japan on the plane home? We'll find out over the next 4 quarters as Spain get us underway, attacking the goal to our right-hand side, playing in the all-white strip, Belgium in the all-red. And I'm delighted to say that alongside me is Mel Clulo. And Mel, if you can hear me over the drum, what are you expecting from this one?
I think it's going to be quite a close affair. I think Belgium, obviously having won 6-3 the other evening, will certainly be buoyed by the way that they played. Key players got involved in that game, so Barbara Nelen for me has been their best player in this tournament so far. Jill Bone won the player of the match in that particular game. For Spain, they'll want to put a few things wrong after that Germany game and play the way they did against South Africa.
There you are. Lopez, this is Ginet. Forward from Vieira. Left-hand side by Petcheme, the number 7, who wears the captain's armband today around her right ankle. Into the corner, first time ball across is cut out. Van den Borde wins the free hit. This right-hand side and pressure coming from Begoña Garcia. And she wins the sideline ball. And this is what we can expect. It's what we've seen from Spain throughout, a high press, high tempo, trying to put the opposition under pressure.
Yeah, I think it will depend where the ball goes out. So in that situation, the ball was close into the corner, so it's much easier to press and bring the left-hand side winger right the way across the pitch to really seal the ball in.
Here's Gutierrez. Drops it out to Vieira. Vieira will come back to Maria Lopez. 21 is Beatriz Perez. Down that left line. Lovely little touch inside to Perez. Perez still going. And stopped by Nelen, who's been excellent for Belgium in this competition so far. Nelen. Forward ball. Picks out Anouk Klaas, the captain for Belgium today.
What really impressed me in that 6-3 victory the other night was the willingness of the strikers and the midfielders to get ahead of the ball carrier. Even in the final minutes, we saw players absolutely getting on their bikes and flying up into the attacking circle.
13 is Herniers. Herniers to the line. They could be in here. Belgium shot across. And leading short was Versavel, and there was nobody behind her. Here's Versavel. 4 goals already in this competition.
Good defending by Ginet there. Really blocked the space that Versavel wanted to go into.
Gets away with that one. Kavanagh can't get it, but this time Bone can. Jill Bone dropping it out to Nelen. Nelen has Herniers to her left if she wants. Tries to find Anouk Klaas on the deflection. I thought it was Leclerc.
Nelen was claiming a slight touch there off Oliver's stick. Looked like it may have glanced off it, but accept the decision, get on with it.
Here's Tyson. Okay, to Belgium. In charge just before the Hockey World League semi-final in Brussels last year. Here is Beatriz Perez. Trying to find Ginet outside her, but turned over, and here goes Herniers. Herniers with support to the right-hand side, drops it to Nelen. She's got Leclerc to her left if she wants, but Nelen's going down that right-hand channel, wins the free hit. Nayland with a self-pass up to the edge of the circle. Haas can't get it in. And chance for Spain through Bonastre to break. And this ball forward, and Salvatella can't get that better of Fulber. And then Fulber dropping it out. An interesting, just a little side note in terms of teammates. Berta Bonastre, the Spain number 10 there in the middle of the pitch, you can see. She has spent 6 years in Belgium at Braxgata. The likes of Van der Meer and Nayland, Versava, Leclerc, Hillevaart and Sotke, all her teammates. So she'll know a lot about Belgian hockey.
They'll also know a lot about her.
This is true.
You just see that more and more now, don't you? Men's and ladies game. Players moving abroad, experiencing something different, trying to play in the best leagues in the world.
Over. Ball leaps up, looking for Limoges, makes it quickly. Has support inside in the shape of Struik. Aerial ball, they've got to be sure here. And Ruiz taking no chances as Vines threatened from that lovely aerial ball.
That's a fantastic opportunity. It's a brilliant aerial ball straight over the top of Gutierrez, and that's got to be taken. Vines has got to take that. She wasn't even opposed by a Spanish defender.
Lovely high run, wasn't it, from Vines, and well found. 2 umpires. That's Michelle Joubert, who's blowing at the end that Spain are defending. Other umpire, her partner in crime this evening, Maggie Giddens from the United States of America. She is, and should we require her, Sarah Wilson of Scotland is in the video referral truck.
Deflection off the stick up into Pouvre's face.
I need 2 movements.
So there's Adrian Locke, former England number 21 player. Defies trade at Beeston, but in charge of the Red Sticks for a while now.
He's done really well with them. I first sort of came across his coaching with Spain in Valencia a couple of years ago. And then obviously they went to Rio, and now they're here. And I spoke to him very briefly before and just said, you know, he must be really pleased with the progress that the team's made. And he can't speak as highly of this team and the journey that they've been on. And I think Helen Mitchelson-Walsh touched on it before the game.
Here's Garcia, Island Garcia into the circle. And well, Belgium can't quite get it clear. Is that a foot? I think it was off Petchame, so free out. In fact, it's been called for obstruction. There's no outlet. Ball for Van den Borde. Plays it into Nayland. Drops it straight back out again. Up this left-hand side. Cavanagh. Cavanagh is being robbed illegally by Carmen Cano. Brought down from Baines. Doesn't get the sideline ball. It's taken by Genet. Genet, there's Perez inside her. It's behind her and picked up by Struik. No. It's picked up by Peters.
Belgium just need to work a little bit harder, giving support, offering support to the person on the ball, particularly in the back 3 or 4, depending on what shape Belgium want to play with. Often
can't bring it under control.
Often the players are looking up and they've only got one option, and they see 3 or 4 Spanish shirts running at them.
Petchame on the reverse stick. That's a poor ball. Jill Bone read that all day long. Now making tracks outside is Versavel, but Bone has run into trouble. Has won the free hit. Taken quickly by Haas. She's still got Versavel to her right there. This is Pouvre. Versavel now gets the ball. Sarvel slaps it across, stopped at the first line of defence, who was Orkio Gutierrez, and Begonia Perez makes the clearance. And the ball plays it forward. Nayland picking out Bone. Jill Bone rolls it back inside, and Leclerc just couldn't get the better of the Spanish defence there.
I felt she could have rolled it back to Jill Bone. Jill Bone played the ball in, and she got ahead of the Spanish defenders, and then Leclerc just sticks get tangled. Probably more frustrated with the fact that the opportunity was wasted.
Good pick from Pouvret, rolls it inside. Nayland with probably her first mistake of the whole competition. Roll forward to Genius. Genius cuts back inside. Free hit wanted and got by Jimenez. Space on that left. And they find it. And has run all the way across, and Bone has robbed Pons, but it hit the foot. Good spot from umpire Joubert on the far side.
Jill Bone swears it didn't touch the foot.
Well, it didn't. It was
has
the
a
foot.
case.
It was the foot of the Spanish defender. Another chance here for Versabel. Snuffed out by Riera. Notes being written by Niels Tyson. Should Belgium score, it could get quite loud in here. With the big bass drum just in front of us, and about 50 Belgian supporters. Bone doesn't give the required 5 to Pons. There he is, there's the big bass drum.
Kind of hoping this one doesn't go to a shootout, if I'm honest.
If it does, I don't think we'll be able to see. Ball forward from Lopez off the leg of Leclerc. There is Olivar playing into the head. Oh, that's up into the chest of Van der Meren. So it's come off her teammate. Well, Maggie Giddens was blindsided. She didn't have the angle we had, which is why she's given it to Belgium. It definitely came off a Belgian stick into Van der Meren's chest. Bonastra. Still going. And just running out of space is Jimenez, who then just takes out Struik. Limoges. Bonastra wins it back. 16.
I think Spain have started the game better than Belgium at this particular moment in time. I think we've seen glimpses of individual brilliance from Belgium, but actually Spain as a collective and as a team, they're pressing high. You always know whether Spain are in the ascendancy.
That was a risky ball, or a little shift to the left-hand side, but Belgium get away with it. It's Van den Borde with that little shift, and here comes Peters. Peters gets the up and brings the free hit. Gaz wins it back for Spain.
So you always know when Spain are in the ascendancy, because number 23, Gigi Oliver, will sit in front of her back 3 or back 4, depending on their shape. If they're under pressure, if she feels that they're on top of the game and they've got an opportunity to press, she's the one that's also right up in behind in the striker line. So she's also got quite a big game to play for Spain today.
Coming towards the final 70 seconds of this first quarter, and Nothing to split the world number 13 Belgium from the world number 11 Spain. Two nations that know each other very well. And the error from Van den Bora just invites some pressure. Here's an opportunity, and the shot comes in from Begoña Garcia, and it's just palmed away by Aisling de Hooge. But Spain finishing the quarter strongly. Beatriz Perez just allowed to waltz into the circle.
It's a great bit of improvisation here by Garcia.
Comfortable for de Hooge on the reverse stick from Riera. Here's a chance, perhaps on the back foot. Another long corner. The shot came in from Cano. And it ends again, and unable to pick it up was Garcia, who had the original shot.
I think she's going to enjoy at least having a touch of the ball. Never quite sure why the goalie needs to sit down in that situation, but she's got her own unique style and it works for her, so I won't criticise.
So there is the quarter-time hooter, and Aisling de Hooge, the busier of the two goalkeepers. Luis possibly with one piece of action, and I think the Spanish fans will be slightly happier than the Belgian fans of that first 15, but still, all to play for, because after the first 15 minutes, scoreline reads Belgium 0, Spain 0. So, Mel, what do you think that Nils Tyson will be saying to his team as we look at some of the highlights? Mainly towards the end of this half. Here is Begoña Garcia charging through.
I think if you're a coach in this situation, I think it's a case of, look, you've got 15 minutes under your belt now, you're into the game, nerves have disappeared. I think he needs to really focus on what Belgium need to do. I don't think they've got their structure necessarily right. He's had an opportunity to see what Spain are doing in terms of pressing, so how is he going to counteract that? I think Adrian Locke will certainly be the happier of the two coaches and probably telling his girls to keep doing what they're doing, and eventually it will come.
No surprise to see this one goalless, or at least there's parity in this. After this first quarter, Nucras, the Belgian captain, having a chat with a couple of her teammates. Berta Bonastra looking to add to her 2 goals in this competition, one from open play, one from the top of the circle. Belgium haven't had too many, of course, just 4 in the whole competition. 12 for Spain. So the second quarter underway, Spain in possession, ball with Magath. Magath wins the sideline ball. Bonastra drops it out to Riera. Gutierrez into Olivar. 9 is Maria Lopez if she wants, but she drops it back out to Gutierrez. And now it comes to Maria Lopez. Bonastra picks it up, has time and space to have a little look up. Almost turns into trouble with Versarvel trying to nick the ball. Then Nucras sniping away. Lost by Genet. Bonastra. Lovely under arm pass, but unable to bring it under control as Beatriz Perez. Versarvel. Nice skill from Louise Versarvel. Throws it and goes, but Lopez equal to the pace of Versarvel on that occasion. Nayland. Nayland with her head up. There's Kavanagh there if she wants, but she's lost possession. And Magaz wins the free hit. Xavier Reckinger, whose side played the winner of this one in the quarter-final. Watching on. course, an ex-Belgian international, over 300 caps for Belgium, so he'll know a thing or two about the Belgian setup. Spain win the ball back illegally, quickly taken by Caniers, and releases Pouvret, who finds Jill Bone. Now, Jill Bone, Pouvret trying to get up in support. She's won the free hit.
That's what Belgium need to do more of, that quick free hit by Herniers there. Literally took out 6 or 7 of the Spanish players.
Pass into the circle. Who's that going to fall for? Well, Genet has to be very careful, and she is. Gets it out of harm's way. Beatrice Perez that just edges it behind. Long corner, Belgium.
Good ball in. Genet does well to get her feet out of the way.
Gaz has had a couple of really good touches in the last couple of minutes, deep in her own half, to win possession back for Spain. And Clay drops it to Nayland. And Belgium will go round the back. Hillevaart. Over Sarvel. Leclerc. Caniers, excuse me. Bonastra. Olivar. Head up. Boone comes back. Nice pass to Guinea. Guinea onto the reverse deck shot. And that is going to hurt straight into Stephanie van den Boer. And the penalty corner has been given.
No, it's high. I can't on corners. It's golden. I take it. Okay, it's high.
Well, that definitely looked high. Let's listen to him.
Sarah, can you check if that ball was dangerous or not?
Yeah, I'll look for danger.
Wow. That has to be, surely that has to be dangerous, doesn't it?
I hope so.
Maggie, I have a decision for you. The ball is high, so restart with a free hit to defence, and Belgium keep their
On my whistle?
Fortunately, that right decision. I mean, Van den Boer was a couple of feet off the ground. It still hit her on the thigh.
The only thing I can think of, and it is really just trying to help, is she thought it got a touch off something. Or she wasn't in the right position. I don't know. Anyway, right decision was given.
I have noticed, though, watching matches from different parts of the stadium, you see different things from different angles. Ball play forward, cut out by Caniers. Sarvel now on the right-hand side, drops it out. Leclerc. Still going Leclerc. Hillevaart. Just to the right-hand side. Leclerc. Well, the touch actually helps Belgium out because it's reached Jill Bone. Jill Bone on the reverse stick. Comes up, shot comes in from Ukras, and the save is made by Maria Ruiz, her first save of the contest. She had to be alert. Still, Belgium press. Alex Herniers wins the free hit.
Here's the improvised shot. Wasn't the greatest cross by Jill Bone, but the ball pops up and split hands, split grip by Ukras. She didn't have time to get them together. It would have potentially been dangerous or a corner.
Sarvel looking to pull it back for Jill Bone. Cleared, but only as far as a Belgian shirt. Put back in by Van der Meren. Here is Leclerc. Leclerc trying to get it free. It's for the shot. Wins the penalty corner. The first penalty corner of the contest goes to Belgium, and we might have a referral, are we?
Yes. Do you want a referral, yes or no? Okay, you want a
There's a
referral?
chat going on. There is a referral coming.
Michelle, we're looking for a foot.
Yes, please, Sarah.
Okay.
So was there a foot? A Belgian foot, that is. Is it earlier?
The only one I can think of is as the ball came in at the top of the circle.
Yeah.
Whether it hit the Belgian foot to then get to Leclerc.
Again, I'm not sure they've gone back far enough, which is what happened the other day as well. This is not going to be overturned because she hasn't gone far enough back.
Foot, so restart with a free hit to defence, and Spain keep their referral.
Perfect, thank you. White foot
Hold
time.
on.
White foot time. Okay.
They said there was a foot. There was no foot.
I'm really confused. Really confused.
Okay, that one will have to get clarification on that one a little later on. So Van der Meren drops it out, so we don't have any penalty corner. We still await the first of the contest. And a card is coming to
Oliver.
Yeah, Georgina Oliver goes to the bench, her second green card of the competition. She picked one up in game 3 against Germany. She's picked up another one in game 4 here against Belgium. Gilbone still going. It's a free hit. Nayland to take the free hit. Well picked up by Maria Lopez. Kavanagh. Fulber. And the border to Kavanagh. Nayland. Nayland gets a little bit of luck off Beatriz Perez, still going Barbara Nayland. And eventually repelled by the Spain defence. Nice turn from Beatriz Perez. Van der Meren can't believe she didn't get the whistle. Pechenet wins the free hit.
Whatever Niels Tyson said to his team at half-time, they've certainly come out the stronger of the two teams in this quarter. But for all their pressure, really, Belgium, Ruiz has made, what, 1 save and De Hoog's made 2.
I imagine it was going to be a game of few chances. And here goes Nayland out to that right-hand side where Vines nice disguise. That was too far in front to win the penalty corner. It was Vines who had the touch, but it wasn't under complete control. Perez. You see it. Jimenez has dropped him to that protecting role. Here she is again, rolling it out. And, Maria Lopez spins it out to this right-hand side. Ginet got a touch. Who's going to pick that up? And the answer is Begoña Garcia. Garcia now, she can roll it out this right-hand side. Gutierrez is in acres of space down the Spain right, but they don't get the free hit, and it's out to the right-hand side. And here is Peters. Peters looking for the overlapping run of Leclerc.
Oh, Lola Vieira was really unlucky. She picked the ball and had some great little aerial skills just off the pitch. But she just couldn't keep the ball in play.
Spain right. Gutierrez. Gutierrez has it back up in the middle of the park. It goes to Jimenez. Perez. Zine. Bonastra. The circle edge. That's a very good tackle. And in fact, Salvatella has got something in the face. Unfortunately, she's got a mouth guard. She feels it's an elbow.
That's a good. It is, but it's not deliberate.
It's not a swinging elbow.
No, it's not. It was a fantastic tackle by Van den Boer, and as she was pushing through to collect her great tackle, it just caught her in the face.
She collected the player as well.
Pure accident.
Up off the clay. And so it is a Spain ball. Janae. Into the circle. Nobody there, nobody on the same wavelength as the Spain number 20. 4.5 minutes just over until half-time. Belgium 0, Spain 0. A game of few chances. No penalty corners. And what, 3 shots, 2 shots?
Not many.
It's okay, relax.
Riera
Number 13.
has just been
Yeah,
struck
if
in
it's
the
on
face
air,
by
just,
Alex
you know, it's gonna be
Heniers.
dangerous. Okay, it's okay. Wait for time, please. Hold your 5.
Possibly think the umpire could have blown the whistle slightly quicker once the ball was put up in the air to become dangerous. Can't blame Heniers for having a go.
Riera, lovely pass from Riera to Olivar. Olivar spinning and turning, but caught by Peters. Free hit to Spain. Olivar, lovely one-touch pass inside. Here's Bonastra. Can Bonastra get the shot away? She can't, but she can win a penalty corner. Really nice play from Spain, inventive play from Spain, and they get some reward.
All started with the ball between the legs on the far side from Riera into Olivar.
Spain being very good for penalty corners as we see this ball in from Olivar.
That's great. First time touch, I think, from Salvatella, who just took one in the face, so getting her own back on the Belgians there. As you say, Spain have been good from these corners. Lola Riera, favourite side is actually head side.
They go 5 from 12. Good conversion rate from Spain in this contest. Riera is at the top of the circle. She is to the left, furthest left. Watch out for top right as we're looking here. The slap, which we've seen, but it was always in the air. That's onto the foot of Lopez. Well, that's disappointing. Having built that one up, that fell apart rather spectacularly.
And that's the danger with slapping the ball out on the injection, is it doesn't always come out flat, and you can see it skipping away. Magas had to change, had to move as the trapper. That's how not to do a penalty corner.
I'll take a leaf out of the Kate Richardson-Walsh, but that was her best one, wasn't it? Thumbs up from Kate Richardson-Walsh in the studio, so that's... Don't want to get on the wrong side of her, do you? All over the top to Magaz. Magaz takes it quickly. And then it has to come back. Heniers, can she get that in? No.
That seems to have been Belgium's best ploy, actually, throwing the aerial ball over the Spanish press into space for somebody to run onto, and it's just been that first touch that's let them down.
Here is Olivar. Captain Petre brings it under control. Back round they come. Gutierrez. In the middle of the park and twisting, turning, thinking about Guinea, drops it to Olivar. Inside the final 2 minutes. Belgium 0, Spain 0. Jimenez. Gilevard. Gilevard being chased by Garcia. Goes all the way down to Foba. Pouvre picking out Versaville. And a little ball underneath from Pouvre. And Versaville wins the penalty corner. First penalty corner of the contest for Belgium.
Second time we've seen the pass. It was Anouk Grass, the number 6, played the ball between her feet, and Versaville pops it onto Lola Riera's foot. You can see the frustration on Lola Riera's face in that clip, and then as she's walking back to the halfway line.
So, the top of the circle is a cast. Foba is number 4. Van den Bora is 22. Here is Van den Bora. Good running down for Garcia. Follow up. It's absolutely nailed Guinea.
She closed down. So all the padding's on the front, and as she's closed down, she's turned her body, and I think probably hit her on the back of the calf, maybe. Good running initially, just there. You can see she twists and probably hits the Achilles. Offside of the ankle.
It's got to hurt. Can't see she's getting some. Oh, here comes the help now. Thought she was going to need to walk all the way to the bench. I mean, I know they're made of tough stuff, but give them a little bit of help. Still not much help being given her. But apparently it's quite amusing. So, Van den Bora once more. 72 seconds from the end of the first half. Can Belgium finally break through? Saville peels away. Van den Bora, deflection. Good running. Didn't see who got the deflection away. Long corner, which Foba will take. Nayland. Versaville. Versaville trying to get past Gutierrez. And Jimenez there. And it's a free out for Spain. So circle penetrations, 11 to Belgium, 6 to Spain. And 4 shots apiece. Not too many on target, mind. So, final seconds of this first half. And this is cracked. Oh, hello, that's a great pass all the way up to Pechime. Pechime, look at the far post. Great save by Aisling de Hooge. And Belgium almost switch off, but their keeper is wary of it, and she saves her side right at the death of the first. Van den Bora is asking de Hooge why she didn't call her back onto Pechime, and there's going to be a few hot words, you feel, in the dressing room. Van den Bora is strutting off, not very happy at all, but few chances in this first half, nothing to split the Red Panthers from the Red Sticks. Half-time score, Belgium 0, Spain 0. Okay, let's get onto the park and get some reaction. Who have you got, Krista?
I've got the Belgian captain, Anouk. You had an amazing chance there, split grip, able to play it first time at goal. This has been a game of few chances so far.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of opportunities and we have to score. I think we are good in the game, but we have to be careful because the last opportunity is for Spain. So it's a dangerous game and we know it, so we'll do with it.
Look forward to the second half. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
coach here. It's been a relatively cagey start to the first half, you'd say, you know, dropping off half court. What's the plan for the second half?
We're going to keep doing the same. We're looking to press them a little bit higher than they're pressing us. We want to keep our defensive structure, recover balls and counter, but also a little bit more control and possession. We've given the ball a little bit away, a little bit cheaply occasionally, and we want to keep that control to create more goal-scoring opportunities.
And talking of those opportunities, they're going to be few and far between, so is it about making sure you grab hold of them?
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be an effectiveness in the opposition D, and that's going to make the difference in this game, it looks like.
And your penalty corners have been good so far. You're obviously hoping for the same.
Exactly.
Thanks so much.
Okay, cheers.
So Belgium playing from left to right in this second half. Belgium 0, Spain 0, the half-time score. Vandenbora, his possession, throws the aerial, looking for Gilbert, who comes off this right-hand flank and cuts in field, drops it to Nayland. Nayland. Heniers. Nice skill from Alex Heniers. That's Gutierrez. Sideline ball for Spain. No real movement to talk about for the ball carrier, Oliver. Oliver in trouble and gets the free hit. That's a great take from Bonastra, not quite bringing it under control. And the Milan brings the aerial up, but dangerous.
That's good. Yeah.
Quickly taken by Spain, driving to the circle edge is Beatriz Perez. She goes down. There's Gasavo playing very deep. And Spain again taking it quickly, trying to catch Belgium on the hop. Long corner, the stick of Gasavo with Oliver. Oliver throws up her options, picks out Ginet. Ginet fires it across. There was a touch in front of De Hoga by Bonastra, and De Hoga has to make the save with the right glove. Sharp save too from Aisling De Hoga. Nayland. Still going Nayland into Bonastra and Gilbert. Advantage Belgium, and the whistle goes.
It's following a very similar pattern to the first half, isn't it? And this was a sharp save. Just flicks the stick out there, Bonastra. I'm not sure whether it came off the back of the stick or not, but Hoga wasn't going to know that. Instinctive with the stick to make the save.
Limoges. Vandenbora. On the near end. Spain start to apply the pressure. That's a lovely ball from Leclerc. Play forward from Trouvé, looking for a Anouk Ras, and Petrman made a real meal of that. And then that must be free hit to Belgium. Oh, there's a back sticks in there, wasn't there?
Yeah, I don't think that was Lola Vieira's finest 10 seconds on the pitch.
There's the cross from Bone. Oliver through the legs again, Bonastra on the Mirren, in danger of being robbed from Oliver. She's
up for it today, isn't she? She's got some facial expressions going on the pitch. Oliver, almost since she's got that green card, it's almost sparked her into even more life.
Her brother Rock plays for the Spanish men. 1-2. Beatriz Perez trying to get the ball back. Rose seems to be a little careful walking away with the ball, but done nonchalantly enough that the umpires don't take a note. Lopez. Still Lopez. Lopez again, now can she find the cross? Yes, she can. And in fact, the two Spanish players have got the right side of the defender, who was Van den Bora. It was Guinea, I think, who gets the final touch.
Yep, sliding in. We've seen that quite a bit, haven't we, where as the ball's coming in, the defender's concentrating on the cross, and the forward's just able to jump in front.
High press, Oli just getting each other's way. Beatriz Perez just got in the way. And the wish was gone, is it? Spanish hit all the way up by the Belgian 23. Dangerous ball. So forward comes Riera. Gonna slap this one into the circle. It's going to be very central. Here it comes. And a foot of Louise Cabanai. Another penalty corner.
Hidden hope from Lola Riera. You can just see it gets a slight deflection on the top of the circle. I think it was Barbara Neyland. Practically impossible for the Belgian defenders to then react to that. Trying to work out if it was poor skill execution by Lola Riera or whether she deliberately skipped the ball in like that.
Defenders Union skipped it in, I'm sure. So a third penalty corner. Oh, sorry, a first. Oh, it's a second one for Spain. They had that one that skipped away, didn't they? And it comes. And Riera goes for that corner that she enjoys, but it's just too high.
Prime example of if you're going to go high, the risk that happens, fairly central. I think De Hoog has definitely got that covered. I always think it's criminal if you miss the target from a direct shot. But obviously she put two up in that corner in the game against South Africa, so you can't argue with her being confident.
Nice work from Anouk Grass. Picked up though by Salvadea. Oh, and Beatriz Maria Lopez. No. Jimenez. Echeme. And Belgium dropped back to the halfway line, allow Spain possession around the back. That's a lovely first-time pass by Genet. And one of the Spanish players has picked up a knock to the face. Is it Beatriz Perez? Yeah, number 21 on that far side. Here's Genet. Good tackle from Taters. Taters still going. And some good pace shown by Guinea to get back and win possession for Spain. Jimenez goes to ground, no whistle. That makes a lovely clean tackle. And, tackle is returned by Van der Meuren. Van der Meuren out to this left-hand side. A new pass. Releases Herniers. Herniers on the reverse stick. Too high.
You want to see the ball just take a little skip off the turf before Herniers went to play that back stick cross. I think having watched a lot of women's hockey over the years, I think that's the one skill that we haven't quite got right in this game is that reverse stick cross. More often than not, I'd say percentage-wise, it is lifted and given for danger rather than it being flat or an accurate delivery.
Oliver. Dangerous on Herniers. The only way you improve it is by continuing to do it, I guess. And practice makes perfect, and near enough too. Limoges. Now to Poufret. Jill Bone wants nice pass. Now Bone, what can she do here against Riera? And Gutierrez makes the telling tackle. Neyland. Take the free hit. Oh. And Astra had to be careful there. She almost got blown for not being 5, but wasted from Belgium.
Jimenez might pick up a card for that stick tackle in the middle of the pitch, but umpires chose not to go back to it. It's been reasonable build-up play from both sides, both teams, but only really up to that 5-metre dotted line, and then they seem to run out of ideas or try to take a player on through their own space rather than going around the outside or cutting infield before you get into that contact zone.
Gutierrez. Right-hand side, ball forward, lovely looking ball forward for Sarvate. She can't bring it under control. On the midden. Canastra comes across, and it's been brought down by Maria Lopez. Still going, Maria Lopez. Olivar, nice ball from Olivar. Now on the reverse stick from Garcia. So Lopez, Olivar. Flicked in. Where's that deflection gone? It's gone into the body of Berta Bonastra. And it's a free out to Belgium.
That attack from Spain came from Van der Muren, not having it again, not having any options from the back. It's got to be yellow.
Yeah. Olivar, she's already had a green card. She's now just picked up a yellow.
You can play.
Second yellow of the tournament for Spain. They also picked up a yellow in their opener against Argentina. That time it was Genet who picked up the yellow card. Now an opportunity here for Belgium, who will play the rest of this quarter with a player more. Okay, Nayland. Olivar.
Sitting on the naughty chair thinking about what she's done.
Well, it might just cost her team, because weaving away along the baseline is Versabel. The whistler gone.
This is Versabel, really 3 Spanish defenders around her, and it's a fantastic take by Gutierrez just to try and knock. And she does, she knocks the ball onto Versabel's foot. You could almost sense the frustration that she hadn't won something for her team.
Question is, Mel, can you see a goal coming from somewhere?
Not at the moment, and I agree with the comments in the studio, which is, well, at the moment I see it coming from Spain more than I do from Belgium, and the comments from the studio are that Belgium looks scared, and I tend to agree with them.
So Salvatea. We were chatting before the match, we thought this one, well, I certainly thought this one, a shootout written all over it.
That's good. Yep.
And, you never know. And just, there is to be a goal, or it's won by a solid goal. You hope the goal, the game is won rather than lost. It's not a mistake that decides this game. So Riera, not going to rush this. Gutierrez. Maria Lopez plays it forward. And got it back from Julia Pons, drops it out to Gutierrez. Gutierrez makes up our options, but Belgium have got a player extra here, and they're not really applying any pressure, are they?
Not at all. Spanish midfield are just rotating really well, and then they're just standing in little pockets of space. They're not doing huge lead runs out wide. They're always checking their shoulders, looking around and putting themselves in the space between sort of 2 or 3 Belgian players.
5 minutes, you're a player up. You would think you'd try and do something to try and get a foothold in the game, or get ahead in this game. I'm not saying they haven't got a foothold in it, but do something that's going to make your opponents have to think a little bit more.
I think you can definitely change something. It's whether the green and the yellow, whether it, into the fourth quarter it plays into the hands of sort of a fatigue element where you've had to play with 10 players. I can't imagine it myself. But you must have talked about it as a coach with your team, and they go down to particularly a yellow card. 5 minutes is a long time. What are we going to do? How are we going to change it?
Disappointing. They don't really seem to have changed anything right at this moment. That is Julia Pons trying to make something happen. And it's Spain that are getting the ball across the circle, and they're the team with a player less.
You often see it in a lot of sports, don't you? You see it in football quite a bit. The team that goes down to 10 players tends to score the goal first. Whether they win the game or not is irrelevant. Don't know, I guess you have to up your work rate and the intensity with the players you've got on the pitch, and suddenly opportunities arise.
Riera. 18 seconds now from the three-quarter time break. It's a top ball in from Raas. It's a rather central ball, but they get away with it. Petcheme onto the stick of Hillevaart. And here is Herniers. And there is the three-quarter time hooter, and Spain will be pretty happy to get to this point 0-0. A player less for the last, 4 and a bit minutes of that third quarter. They've still got a little bit of time to play a player down, but Spain will be the happier of the two. But still nothing to choose between them, and goals look scarce. Belgium 0, Spain 0. So now, given the size of the game, the opportunity to play Germany in the quarterfinals of the World Cup, what would you say to your team at this point at 0-0 for both sides?
Spain, I think, is the easier conversation. Keep doing, as I said, at half-time or the first quarter time, keep doing what you're doing, because actually, for me, they are playing as the best team. Belgium, you've got to play with a bit of confidence. You've got to start moving the ball around. You've got to start offering options to your teammates. Show up for the ball. I personally would rather have somebody lose the ball, but they've shown up for it and wanted to support a teammate, than leave my teammate stranded with no options whatsoever. I think the aerial ball has worked well for Belgium, but we didn't see much of that in the third quarter. And I guess the Spanish defence is good. Go around the outsides.
Well, let's find out what the Belgian coach has said, because Krista is with Niels.
So, Niels, it's been a bit of a cagey affair. We haven't managed to get that goal that I know you've both been hunting. How are you going to get that goal this next 15 minutes to get through this crossover?
Yeah, it is a bit cagey, and it's what we on the radio say as well. It's also different playing a crossover game or a pool game, to find that freedom to really play open and dare to play. That's what we're going to try to look for in the last quarter, and especially for us, that means more pressure on the ball, more ball win, and from ball win, speed towards the goal.
Thanks so much.
I think Raas not happy that the 5 yards wasn't given. Now Bone's gone down. Everyone's getting elbowed in this one. Bora to Herniers. Herniers spinning away from Pons. Herniers still going, and the free hit goes to Spain.
What I'm hoping for is quite often she's using her body there to shield the ball. What I'm hoping for is what we've seen a few times in tournaments, is that the fourth quarter suddenly sparks into life. But as Niels Tyson's just said, what's at stake? It's a knockout phase of the World Cup.
Good tackle from Anouk Raas. For Saville to her left. Here is Nayland through the middle. Can't get past Gutierrez, who makes a really important tackle on the top of the circle. Raas slips it to her left. In from Herniers. A chance for Spain to break. It's fed out to that right-hand side by Perez. Perez goes for the return ball, and it's too far in front of her and Salvatella. It's a sideline ball to Belgium. Lopez. The Belgian fans down below us still believe Versarvel goes to work. No way through. So Gutierrez steps out once again. A good game has Gutierrez at the back for Spain. Lopez. Oh, she was going to go aerial, then decided against it. It's given the ball away to Versarvel. She's won it back again. And taking on Van der Meren. Still going. Beatriz Perez finds Bonastra. She's only got Begoña Garcia in the circle. And then on the edge of the circle is Maria Lopez.
Barbara Nayland's certainly been that bright spark for Belgium in this game, both in attack and in defence. She's loved to know how far she's travelled in this game.
The players travel an awful long way. That's a desperate ball, fired in! And just trying to tip it in is Begoña Garcia.
I'm not sure Niels Tyson would have set his team up to have his centre-back trying to hit a reverse stick shot, reverse stick pass, sorry, past two Spanish players from his own circle.
Really? Now Spain, ahead of the circle, and strike. Gives away the free hit. And Higgins wants it back at 5 metres. So, the other crossover tonight, look at that. The world number 3 team against the world number 4 team. Argentina, New Zealand. Tomorrow, Italy, India. England, Korea. That's a good ball forward, Van der Meren. And they could be in here, Spain, but Van der Meren with a really good, or Van den Bora, sorry, with a couple of really good touches, important touches.
I thought when she'd gone to ground and made that first intercept that there were 2 Spanish players around and that maybe they would still be able to get an opportunity, but she still managed to make that tackle.
As this clock ticks down towards 0, it's just going to get tighter and tighter out there. Belgium have never won a shootout, so they probably want to try and get a goal. Certainly not a shootout in a major international competition. Here the Las Leonas arriving for the match a little later on. They're taking on the Black Sticks from New Zealand, the 2-time winners of this World Cup, Argentina, up against the current Commonwealth Games champions, New Zealand. What a mouth-watering prospect that should be. That's into the body of Guinea. Free hit to Belgium.
I think as time ticks down, you're erring towards there being an error that, if there is a goal, it's going to come from an error rather than a spectacular goal.
Garcia with the steal. And tries a rather speculative reverse stick pass that's easily cut out by Hillevaart. Hillevaart into Limoges, who's lost possession. Olivar's back on after her 7 minutes off she's had in this game. A green card followed by a yellow. Hard up that touchline. Towards the sideline, which Jimenez takes. Jimenez. Free hit to Belgium. 8:20 odd remaining in the 4th quarter. Still Belgium 0, Spain 0. And no shots of, oh, well, no shots at all in this 4th quarter so far, Mel.
No, it's the cagiest quarter so far.
left-hand side is Limoges. Well, you've got to come up with a player of the match at some stage. Might not be with 2 minutes to go, because if we go to a shootout, we'll deliver it at the end of that. But a little bit of time for you to have a think. Still going nicely done, but ball forward, picked up by Fauber. Connor had gone a long way up. Now, play leaves it for Hillevard. Hillevard gets her head up. Hillevard looking for Leclerc on the top of the circle. Gutierrez can't take it cleanly. Free hit, which Leclerc will take. Hillevard winds it up. There's the shot, the touch coming in from Vines. And Vines can't get it past Ruiz in goal. First real opportunity of this fourth quarter goes to Belgium. In again from Leclerc. Penalty corner. And it's been given by Joubert, the off umpire.
Show me the tee. Okay.
So, a referral.
Sarah, we're checking for body.
Okay, I'll have a look.
Okay, so Sarah Wilson needs to have a look for a body.
Definitely hit the body, obviously. It's whose stick that's come off.
But it's on goal, so dangerous.
I think it's too close. If that's off Jill Bone's stick, I personally would give that a free hit to Spain.
Well, Spain have come away. They're not putting on their pads.
I'm going to stick my neck out and say it should be Spanish ball.
Oh, is it though? Yeah. Oh, is it? Is it? Is it? I think it can't. You think that's off Bone's stick and then she hits the Spanish stick? That's hard to tell from that angle. It's not quite as clear cut as perhaps you might think. Hello, let's have a listen.
There is no clear reason to change your decision, and Spain will lose the referral.
Goes to show what I know. But you were right, I think when it was really slowed down to that super slow-mo, it was then the stick that came up first.
6:34 remain in the piece. Neyland, Fauber and Van den Bora. Neyland and Van den Bora look most likely. Fauber to the far right. She's out the picture. The stick on the left-hand side of the picture is Fauber. Van den Bora is in the middle. Neyland to the right. It's going to be Van den Bora. And Ruiz makes the save. The follow-up is cleared. And Spain might have a chance to counter-attack here as Pechame cuts inside. Pechame needs to move the ball, and she can't, and the opportunity is gone.
How is that not a card for breaking down play?
Well, let's have a look at this penalty corner, Mel.
It's a healthy height, you've got to say, for Ruiz in goal, but Anouk Ras, I mean, that's great closing down as well, but Anouk Ras has absolutely broken down a counter-attack. Yes, Pechame messed it up a little bit, but that's not the point.
Had to make the touch there to Julia Pons. There is Pechame. Pechame takes it quickly, still going Pechame. She needs to pass the ball. We've seen this a number of times in close matches when teams feel under pressure. They lose the ability to pass the ball, it seems. They want to take it into contact. Everybody wants to try and beat the person in front of them.
Yeah, the vision definitely narrows as the pressure builds.
Neyland Belgium playing it around the back, picked up by Maria Lopez. Here is Oliver. Nice ball from Oliver, and here comes Salvatea. Salvatea onto the foot of Van den Boren. She's going to have to get back and defend. There's a sideline ball, Beatriz Perez will take. Ball coming across from Cano to Garcia, free out for Belgium. 4.5 minutes remain. Belgium 0, Spain 0. As we edge towards a shootout, the first shootout of this Hockey Women's World Cup in our first knockout match. Here is Lopez, a chance here for Garcia! And she's going to be in trouble here. She's going to be in trouble here for following up off the whistle. And Garcia picks up a green card. Begonia Garcia with a real opportunity.
It's brave, isn't it, by Hillavart? Exactly what you want your defenders to do with 4 minutes left on the clock.
So, Garcia on the naughty step, so Belgium have had almost an entire quarter. They've had 9 minutes with a player extra. Nayland. Jab tackle from Oliver. It's going to be back to the wall stuff for Spain now, you feel. Nayland to Foba. Foba. Forward to the head of the circle. And down goes Versaville. Free hit taken quickly by Versaville. Has to move 5. Spain get it out on that far side where Wanda Mirren will take the sideline ball. Free hit Versaville will take. Oviera. And just cutting right across it is Emma Pouvre. Free hit to Spain. And Salvatea is trying to make tracks down the Spain left. Pechame rolls it out. Spain aren't going to do anything too daring here, you feel. Belgium again just happy to sit off. Nice work from Oliver. Good pass note, and they can't keep it in.
But they stood off, but they're not, for me, they're not pressing in an active way. Yes, you can be off at half court, but they're just floating around the pitch with their sticks sort of on the floor, but not really doing anything.
Adrian Locke continues to ask his team for one last effort. 2:16 remaining in the piece. Hernias drops it out, gets the ball back. Alex Hernias wins the free hit. She will shift on. Good closing down on Hillavart. Free hit to Spain, who are back to a full complement of players. Hang on, it was on the line. Final 90 seconds then of regulation time before a shootout is required to separate these two, and it's stolen by Oliver, but illegally Nayland almost gifting up possession on her 23. Spain have been the more positive of these two. Riera beautifully taken, and Pouvre though gets involved. Bone has Versaville to her right. Here is Versaville. Bone continues her run, and Gutierrez makes an important touch inside the final 60 seconds. Is there to be a winner? Nayland up to Hernias. Hernias tries to twist away. Has she got some space? No, she hasn't, but she's going to try and make some. Hernias still going. And good defensive work from Beatriz Perez onto the foot of Alex Hernias. Spain have the free out. 35 seconds remaining. And the air that is going to come across to throw a big aerial, you feel. There it goes. And sideline ball, final 20 seconds. They had a shootout, remember, the Hockey World League semi-final in Brussels, which Spain won. Ras rolls it to Versabel inside the final 10 seconds. Versabel winds up onto the foot of Maria Lopez, and she's going to have to be quick here. In it comes, not 5, and there is the final hooter anyway. And we go to a shootout in the first knockout match of the Vitality Hockey Women's World Cup for 2018. Nothing to split Belgium and Spain over 60 minutes. A second 0-0 draw for Belgium after their 0-0 draw against Australia. Final score, Belgium 0, Spain 0, shootout to follow. So these two had a shootout back in Brussels last year. Spain won 4-1. Jill Bone missed on that occasion. Up against Ruiz. Bone has 8 seconds in which to get the shot away. Ruiz makes the save and gets it out the circle, and Jill Bone does not score.
Such a mental game, isn't it? Someone with such brilliant individual skills, she just runs straight at Ruiz. Does half a, well, not even half a dummy, and then Ruiz just taps the ball away, and then opportunity lost.
Next up is number 19, Begoña Garcia, who scored in Brussels 12 months ago. Up against De Hooger, who was not in goal in Brussels. It was Sotke who was in goal in Brussels, and she's missed, having got round. Begoña Garcia misses.
Well, we thought Belgium may change their goalkeeper, but they've stuck with De Hooger. Bounces her way out to the penalty spot. Garcia goes too close to her in that situation, but still has that opportunity.
Next up, it's number 10, Louise Versavel, who missed in Brussels 12 months ago. Up against Ruiz. Can she give her team the lead? She's had such a good tournament so far. Versavel trying to sell Ruiz. Oh, that's a great finish on the reverse stick by Versavel. And it's 1-0 to Belgium.
Belgium get the result that they want, which is a goal, but all 3 players so far have just run directly at the goalkeeper. Then they back in. Just the lift over the top.
Good finish. Next up, Beatriz Perez, who missed back in 2014 in the Champions Challenge shootout. And she can refer it if she wants.
You can use a referral if you want to. You have a referral.
And Beatriz Perez does refer.
Sarah?
Yes.
Can you take that last play for me, please?
Yep, I'll have a look.
Thank you.
I think she got tripped.
So if it does, it'll go to a stroke, which she doesn't have to take. I think De Hooger takes her out, doesn't she?
Certainly what it looks like. Be better from the other side. I doubt we may have that option. There we go.
Does she get her foot with the stick?
I think she does, but it's accidental. I don't think that's deliberate. I think it's 2 players moving, and yes, she hasn't hooked. She's just changed direction, and there's no movement of the stick. It has tripped her up. I think it should be a re-award rather than a penalty stroke, but I haven't been very good at referrals in this game, so.
Let's listen in.
Michelle, I have a decision for you.
Yes.
It is a penalty stroke, and Shane, keep their referral.
Okay.
So it is a penalty stroke, and it means that Riera will step forward to try and level it up. So Riera strides forward. Can she find a way past? And now they're going to change the keeper, are they? No, change of stick. I think De Hooger's going to go for the longer stick.
I think match sticks tend to be shorter, and then when they go to a shootout, they go up to 40, 42 inches. They go much longer on the shootout.
It gives them a bigger reach. So, Riera against De Hooger. This to make it 1-1.
Make sure your foot is behind, eh? Your foot behind the ball. Yes, behind the ball. Yeah.
So Riera just been told to move back. Riera against De Hooger. No problems at all, and it is 1-1.
Clinical from Riera. You're going to back her all the way from, when you back her from the top of the D, you're going to back her from the penalty spot.
So next up, it's Stephanie van den Bora, who was the only Belgian player to score in Brussels 12 months ago. Now the Red Panthers would dearly love it to score here. Shapes for the early shot, still going. Taking a long time, not really committing. Ruiz off the post, and it is a miss for van den Bora.
Again, I don't think the players are doing enough. They're running straight at the goalkeeper. And then van den Bora, half a dummy, doesn't do anything. Ruiz doesn't move. And then it's almost panic stations. What next?
So next up is Magaz, who wasn't part of the team in 2017 in Brussels, but she did take one in the Champions Challenge in 2014, and she scored.
Ready?
Magaz up against Hoga. Magaz running with real purpose. Oh, dearie me. That is about as poor as a shootout shuttle as you're going to see.
Well, I don't think we need too many replays of this one. Well, obviously I know what she's trying to do, roll it onto the reverse stick and flick it, but she's had a shocker there, really.
Anouk Ross, the captain. Scored in 2014.
Ready?
1-1, fourth shuttle. Belgium went first, remember. And she spun, and she misses too. So, Berta van Astra.
Just doesn't do enough to shield the ball there, Anouk Ross, and then you can see she's trying to get it into the hook of the stick to then spin it around.
Well, Berta van Astra, who plays plays her hockey in Belgium for Braxgart, has an opportunity to put Spain 2-1 up, which would mean Belgium have to score their fifth and final shuttle.
Ready?
So, Berta van Astra up against Hoga. Van Astra, can she find the back of the net? No, she can't.
It's a retake.
It's a retake because it's penalty corner, and De Hoga, I thought it might have hit Van Astra's foot actually. And De Hoga's referring it.
I'll take it. Sarah, can you take that play for me, please?
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Was there a foot in there from Van Astra?
I didn't really feel that the ball was stuck under De Hoga's pads, I have to say. It's there to be. It's there to be.
Is there another angle?
This may show the foot.
Van Astra.
Doesn't look like
Astra's
a foot.
leg. So stops De Hoga trying to make the clearance.
It's a clean take there.
Then she tries to make the clearance and the leg stops her.
And I don't think that is the ball stuck under the pads, because you can see it.
Michelle?
Yeah.
There is no clear reason to change your decision.
Thank you.
Now you continue
It's a retake.
with
To be
your
shocking.
God.
I'm not giving up my day job.
So Van Astra gets another chance. Now Belgium have lost their referral. De Hoga, perhaps a little bit hard done by. So Van Astra once again. 8 seconds to try and find the back of the net. Van Astra goes wide, good save. De Hoga, follow up, it's in! What a shot from Van Astra from a really tight angle. She finds the net, and now it's the last chance saloon for Belgium.
That's where experience counts. First save was brilliant by De Hoga there. You can just see it off the head of the stick, and from such a tight angle, Van Astra slots it home, and as you say, this needs to go in, otherwise Belgium are out.
Ready?
And step forward, number 25, Pauline Leclerc. Leclerc then to keep Belgium in the World Cup. Up against Ruiz. Leclerc on the reverse stick. What a finish that is from Leclerc. It's not all over yet because Spain still have one more shuttle, and it is Riera, Lola Riera, to win it for Spain. If Riera misses, we go to sudden death.
Beautiful spin onto that right foot and then pushes it quickly onto the left. What a finish under pressure that is.
Nils Tyson knows how important that was. Some Spain fans can't watch. Can Lola Riera book her country's place in the quarter-final against Germany? Riera to win it for Spain. Riera into the pads of De Hoga. She's still got her 8 seconds on the reverse stick into the side. And we go to sudden death. Now, the order does not have to stay the same in sudden death. The teams can change it.
Broken record, really. Not done enough coming into the circle.
And now we swap around, so Belgium goes second, and step forward, Beatriz Perez.
Yes. Belgium or Spain? The goalkeeper from Belgium.
Perez then, to put the pressure on Spain.
Ready?
She scored the first time round. Second time round, Beatriz Perez up against De Hoga. Nicely done. That is a really well taken shuttle. And it's Versabel who steps forward to keep Belgium in the World Cup.
And well done, Beatriz Perez. Just a little dummy over the top of the ball.
Ready?
Maria Ruiz. Can she be the heroine here as Versabel comes into the circle? Versabel against Ruiz. Versabel. Ruiz with a jab tackle, and Versabel has been penalised for backing in. There's no referral left, and so it's all over, I think. We're just going to wait and see what happens here. Michelle Joubert. Jill Byrne is not happy.
This is going to kick off.
But there's no referral, is there? And Spain have won. Wow, real disappointment for Louise Versabel and for Belgium. I'm not sure what Michelle Joubert has seen there. New Ras comes across to speak to the umpire.
I didn't give a goal, it was obstruction. Okay.
Michelle Joubert is saying it is obstruction. There is no referral for Belgium. And so, let's have another look at this.
Arguably, Ruiz has gone into the back of Versabel. So she's gone to take the jab, which she gets. And the ball is then bouncing backwards.
And Versabel hasn't really moved backwards.
No.
Wow. Disappointment and controversy at the end of this crossover match. But Spain are through, Belgium are out. And this one might rumble on a little longer. Nils Tyson, understandably, really disappointed. Louise Versabel is in tears. And the contrasting emotions for the winners and the losers. Belgium have gone through 3-2 in a shootout against Spain, and they will place Germany. Final score, Belgium 0, Spain 0 in regulation time. 3-2 to Spain in the shootout. Well, Mel, where do you go from here? It's going to be interesting to see the reaction from both teams. You can see the utter disappointment on the Belgian faces. Ruiz as the heroine. Right, let's get down onto the pitch. Krista, who have you got?
I've got Benastra with me, who is emotional, which you would expect. a cagey affair back and forth, 0-0 at full time, and then finally being able to win on the penalties. Talk us through how you feel.
It was a stressful game. We knew what we had to do. It was an effort till the end, I think, from both teams. They have a really great team. I know all of them. It's a bit difficult to have a game like this, but I'm so happy for our team. I think we have been working a lot till all those last years, and I think we deserve that today.
And then to do the penalties, go and then suddenly be down to sudden death, that must have taken you all to the wire emotionally.
Yeah, we have been training a lot the shootouts. We have been training with punishments, with stressful things, and I think today it worked. We will lift till the end, and I think it was a great team effort.
And now it's about getting back and refocusing for taking on Germany.
For sure, now it's recovery, it's eating well, good hydration, and then to sleep well, because today we did a great job, and we deserve that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.